Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's picker card reading, we will take at a month by month breakdown of how your 2023 is going to be. So for the first group, your card is the Star. Group number 2, your card is Temperance. And group number 3, your card is the Moon. So you can select your group based on the imagery or whatever your favorite major arcana might be amongst these three. The timestamps are given in the comment section as well as in the description box. You can pause the video over here, make your choice, go to the timestamp, and let's get started. Hi Group 1, so for those of you who chose the Star, let's take a month by month look at how your 2023 will be. So first let's take a look at January. So for January, your card is the High Priestess. This is interesting. As the month begins, you will notice that you are getting more in touch with your intuition. You're able to decipher things more quickly. You're able to tap into things more quickly. In the month of January, you guys might also get selected for some scholarship, I'm hearing. Some course that you were doing might come to a finish. You might get a degree. I'm hearing you might get a very good job opportunity or an internship opportunity. I'm also being told that you will make yourself less accessible or actually completely inaccessible to any people or any energies that had been sort of killing your vibe or raining on your parade throughout 2022. So toxic partners, friends, people who only come to you when they have to whine and they really couldn't care less about you. Otherwise, you're going to distance yourself from those people. So as the year begins, you will get a very good sense of who and what is good for you and who and what isn't good for you, what doesn't work out for you. And you'll automatically put up very strong and healthy boundaries in place. I'm being told that in the month of January, you will also be getting very significant downloads in your dreams. So I highly recommend creating a dream journal. Now for February, your card is the 5 of Cups. Did you see that? But okay, so we have the 5 of Cups over here. Now, the 5 of Cups tells me that in February, you might find it a tad bit difficult to let go of the past. You've been doing very well throughout January, but maybe because of the energies or some transit, when February kicks in, or I'm being told it can also have a lot to do with the weather. Sometimes when the weather outside is very dark and very gloomy, it starts affecting our emotions too. So that can just be the case. But in any case, February over here tells me that you might get some sort of disappointment. It's like you were hoping to get this much, but you only got this much. And unfortunately, instead of being grateful for what it is that you've been given, you might overlook that, you might neglect that, and you might tend to focus more on what you missed out on or what it is that you couldn't get. With the way that this hand is tugging at this woman's hair over here, and this is La Llorona, by the way, I'm also being told that someone from your past who sees you as a missed opportunity, who sees you as the one that got away, might try to get back in touch with you in February. Of course, it depends upon you whether you want to entertain them or not. Although for most of you, considering the fact that you've put up very strong boundaries in place in January, I don't think that a lot of you will welcome this person back with open arms. But anyway, moving on to March, we have the Chariot. Oh, this is nice. I really like this energy for you because this tells me that you will move on from this this heavy energy that you are in February. You will move out of it pretty quickly by the time March approaches. Some important trips might take place for you in March. A lot of you might even travel outside of your country in March, either for some trip. It can be a work trip, can be for leisure. Those of you who, like I said, were aiming for a scholarship or an internship or a job opportunity, in case you guys are targeting something abroad, then that might materialize by the time March kicks in. For a lot of you, you might even change your location or change your home in March, or you can get a job that isn't in the city or state in which you live in right now. And because of that also, you might have to relocate in March. Okay. For April, we have the Fool. This is nice. I see that by the time April comes, you guys are in this brand new, fresh energy. In April, you guys might experiment with your wardrobe a little bit. You might experiment with your skincare routine or your hair a little bit. Also, you might enroll in some new course, can be a hobby course or also. You guys might take a risk at something. Maybe you quit your day job and start your own Etsy shop or start your own business or YouTube channel also. Or it's possible that you had started something in February, you weren't getting very good results, but things start improving for you March onwards, and by April the kind of results that you were hoping for finally start kicking in. So now you decide to take that thing up full time. For those of you who are single, in the month of April, someone brand new might also enter your life who might be a little bit different from you in terms of their culture, their religion, their background, the places that you guys grew up in. Financial differences can also be there between the families. Okay. For May, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is really nice. Right at the center of your reading too. So Wheel of Fortune tells me that May is going to be a very, very significant month for you, Group 1. In May, you guys might get a lot of financial abundance. Things might really start looking bright for you guys. Think any situation or any work of yours which was previously stuck, you might start noticing movement over there. In May, a lot of destined events, or you can say fated events or divinely orchestrated events, actually that's the right phrase, will happen. And I'm being told that it can initially seem like a roadblock or kind of like a speed bump or an unnecessary detour, but May is the month that'll actually get you right on track on what's best for you. May can be a very significant month in terms of you getting aligned with what is best for you. I'm also being told that in May, you will receive a lot of good karma, a lot of justice actually for the good karma that you've done. I'm also hearing that you will receive money from unexpected sources in May. So now this can be anything, some relative giving you money, you winning a lottery, some money of yours that is stuck somewhere that you guys don't even care about anymore because it's been that long and it finally comes through like that. Okay, Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. For June, we have the 7 of Wands. I see that by the time June kicks in, you guys have sort of imbibed this soldier archetype, Nothing can bog me down now. I'm not going to be the mopey person that I was in February. If I want something, I'm going to go out and get it. I don't care how long it takes. I don't know what anybody says. I'm going to fight for myself. I'm going to fight for my dreams. And somewhere I feel like this confidence is coming because of the nice things happening with you in April and in May. Also, with 7 of Wands over here in June, if anybody tries to bring you down, if anybody tries to act smart with you, if there is any office politics at work, you will come out victorious. Nobody will be able to harm you. Any hidden enemies or anyone, anybody trying to trick you into something, anybody trying to cause you harm, they won't be able to reach you. It's like there is a line of defense between you and these people. You are a soldier yourself, but like your spirit guides, your ancestors and everybody else, they're also very like the first line of defense between you and anybody else that wants to cause you harm. Then for July, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is nice. So I see that by the time July approaches, your finances have improved significantly. You're making good money, whether it is at your job or whether it is in your business. If you're a student and you're doing an internship, you might get kind of like a job offer from the people that you're interning with. If you are unemployed, you might get a job as well. Although, honestly, I feel like that has already happened by the time March has approached. Anyway, I see over here with the Queen of Pentacles that in July, you are doing very good. Financially speaking, you're in a very good place. You're extremely independent, financially independent. You're not relying on anybody else for money now, which is why I said for a lot of you, you guys might be entrepreneurs or wanting to become an entrepreneur full time. For those of you who've picked this pile, I'm seeing that you will use your money in the month of July to provide for your family in some way. So let's say your parents want to buy a new house, a new car. Your mom has been complaining about the couch for some time. So you will buy all of those things for your family using your money. You'll be providing for others using your money. You might also do a lot of charities in July. You will feel very good about yourself in July, Group 1. You'll be incredibly proud of how far you've come. You'll be incredibly proud of the wealth or the lifestyle that you've created for yourself. Kind of like a nest egg. Really good. For August, we have the 8 of Pentacles. You might feel a little bit burdened by the kind of work that you're getting in August, because by this time you've really established yourself. Career is going good, money is good. So of course, if you've studied economics, you would know about the law of supply and demand. Because you're good, you're in demand, and you're getting more work, more clients, or more projects. And in August, sometimes the quantity of the work that you have can feel a little bit overwhelming, but nothing you can't manage. You will be able to manage. I'm not seeing you getting too much help. Maybe you don't have any partner, whether it is a service or whether it is your business. So you will be doing everything all by yourself. And there can be sleepless nights just because of the quantity of work. Sometimes you might get this little feeling that, will I be able to deliver on time? Will I be able to meet the deadlines? But you will be able to. And in August, you might also upgrade yourself in a certain way. You might learn a new skill. You might take up a new course that will just enhance and add to your existing job profile or your existing line of products that you provide in your business. With 8 of Pentacles over here in August, if you have joined a new company 2023, in August, you might get this feeling. I'm being told that a lot of you might get this feeling that you want to quit. Even though it's been going well, some of you can get overwhelmed by the quantity of work and think about quitting. So basically, don't make any rash decisions in August as far as your work is concerned. For September, we have the Ace of Cups. This is nice. In September, for those of you who are single, we had seen somebody had entered your life in April. So maybe by the time September arrives, you guys have made it official. They have proposed to you, or you guys introduce each other to your families, or you decide that, initially this was just a crush, but in the span of 3-4 months, I think I've started falling in love with this person. That's a possibility. For those of you who had continued to stay single and were only focused on your career, in September, you might get like one more opportunity or one more shot at love. This seems more serious though as compared to the Fool. With Ace of Cups over here, there's definitely more longevity in this one. Someone might confess their feelings to you in September. And I'm being told that this is someone whom you perhaps would have been blissfully unaware of, given your circumstances. You're so busy with your career, money, and everything that, look at this. You're so busy with your work, and this sort of just creeps up on you. So by the time September comes and this person comes forth and tells you that they have feelings, so you're like, what? Where was this person hiding all along? Or I'm being told it's also possible that this can be someone whom you know, but you just never expected that they could have had feelings for you. And I'm also being told that this very well can be some crush of yours whom you like, but you don't know that they like you too. For a lot of you, your marriage will get fixed in September. That is also what I'm hearing. So that's good. I'm also being told that you guys might buy something very big, very significant in September. So you might buy a car, you might buy a house. Okay. For October, we have the Hierophant. All right, so September, your marriage gets fixed. In October, a lot of you might get married, or I'm being told you might also renew your wedding vows for some of you. A lot of you might move in with your partner in September or October. By the time October arrives, you guys, you've become like the champ at whatever it is that you had started, or whatever it is that you are currently doing, or will continue to do, or will do for the first time in 2023. You seem to be at peace, It's like No more crying, no more getting overwhelmed. I've got this now. This is very like easy peasy lemon squeezy for me now. By the time October comes, you guys would have built a reputation for yourselves that you're one of the OGs, you're one of the greats. Heck, even the GOAT when it comes to whatever this work of yours is. And when I say work of yours, it does not necessarily have to be business for all of you. For those of you who want to make a career in the academic field, you want to become a professor or a teacher, want to do a PhD, that might happen. That either it'll start or it'll conclude in October. Okay. So for November, we have 7 of Pentacles. November will seem very relaxed for you. You guys were so overburdened with work. Where was that? Yeah, it was over here in August. So by the time November comes, you guys are more relaxed. You guys are reaping the fruits of your labor, of your hard work. The pace can seem a bit slow, but you've made some very smart choices. You've made some good investments for yourselves. And you have more time at your disposal to just relax. You might go for a retreat. You might go for a holiday, a little weekend getaway, or like 4 or 5 days off from work. Honestly, you might start feeling a bit physically exhausted, kind of like a burnout also by the time November comes, which is why you might prioritize your mental health or your physical health for some time and take some days off from work or from your business in November. So November seems to be more harmonious and more relaxed as compared to the rest of the action-packed year that has been going on for you. And this is interesting. So for December, we have Justice, a very powerful card to close the year. I see that by the time December arrives, Group 1, you guys might have cleared out a lot of your karma with a lot of you people, depending on how many karmas you have, how many karmics you have in this life. If there was a court case that had been going on, a decision will come in your favor by the time December arrives. When the year is about to end, you might reflect on whatever has happened up until then, and you'll be pretty happy with your progress. And like how in the beginning, somewhere around February, you guys are feeling a bit sad, feeling as if you weren't getting the things that you deserved. But when December comes, all of those complaints would have gone away by that time. By the time the year closes, you would have been like, yeah, I got everything that I deserved. Justice has been done unto me, and I'm super, super grateful for that. Everything that I've worked hard towards, everything that I've put my time, energy, and effort into, I am enjoying the benefits of it, and I absolutely deserve it. So you seem to be in a pretty relaxed, balanced, content energy over here with Justice. Some important documentation of yours that might also happen at the time of December. Some important agreements, some important papers might be signed by you in December. Okay, and these 2 cards over here are Spirit's messages for you for 2023. So the first card that we have for you is Serapis Bay Ascension, which says, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Spirit has made it very clear that if it felt as if it was just darkness for you up until 2022, 2023 will be that bright, beautiful, glowy, huey dawn that you guys have been waiting for. In 2023, you will also get aligned with your true self, with your highest purpose, with your highest good. And the second message for you is Mercury, open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. 2023 is the time to get up, take action towards your dreams, towards your goals. A year where you ideally shouldn't have any inhibitions. You shouldn't be afraid of speaking up, speaking your mind. What's going on in your mind, what's going on in your heart is what should come out of your mouth as well. If you have to settle scores with anyone, like not in a bad way, just like something that you'd like to say to someone, some closure that you would like to seek or give to someone, 2023 would be a good year to do that. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you, Group 1. I hope you have a fantastic 2023. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hi, Group 2. So for those of you who chose the Temperance card, let's see how will 2023 be for you. So let's start out with January. So for January, we have the 8 of Swords for you. What's got you into this state, I wonder? Okay, so group 2, when the year begins, you might have a lot of apprehension, a lot of fear about how is the year going to unfold. Possibly because 2021, 2022 might not have been that great for you. I'm not saying that it was that these were bad years, like in a holistic sense, but maybe some things did not work out in your favor. You put your trust in the wrong people. You got some sort of betrayal. So now, as you are stepping into 2023, you have some apprehensions, you have trust issues. But because this is the Eight of Swords, most of it is just in your mind and can be credited to your experiences from the past. Whatever fears you experience in January, don't let those dictate the course for the year that unfolds for you. January should ideally be a year when you focus on meditation mostly, so that you can understand, so that you can learn how to control your fears. A lot of you might be suffering from what I call a monkey mind. Trust me, I have that myself. My mind can go from here to here, and like it's super messy and super bad at times, and you should learn how to get a grip on it. I'm learning too. Don't let your fears get the better of you in January. All right, don't try too hard to read between the lines. Do not make assumptions. If someone has said something, especially I'm being told, especially in messages, because if you're on a call with someone, it's easier to sense their tone. But 9 out of 10 people, when you are messaging with someone, you can completely misunderstand what the person was trying to say because you read it in a certain way, although they had sent it in another way. So clear things out. Don't keep your emotions to yourself. Talk it out, sort it out. And I'm also being asked to tell you that whatever supposed challenge you guys might face in January, it is not going to be anything that you cannot overcome, although your brain might trick you into believing otherwise. So do not let your fears win. All right, for February, oh, lovely. We have the Lovers. Oh, hey, February is also Valentine's Day. Okay, anyway. So Lovers over here tells me that in February, a lot of you will be getting into a union or reunion with your destined partner. If you guys are single, February will be the month when the one that's meant for you enters your life. If you guys are in a separation with someone, you guys might reconcile in February. If you are already in a relationship with someone, you guys might marry each other in February or make your relationship official. Move in together is also what I'm being told. Your love life will really take off. Oh, also, okay. So it's quite possible that you guys have been single for a really long time now. And when January comes, you guys are thinking to yourselves, is it possible that I'll always stay single and nothing good will ever happen with me? I'll die alone and things like that. But by the time February comes, all those fears will get smashed and quashed just out of there completely. Because lo and behold, the one that you deserve or the one that you've been wanting / manifesting will come in your life. With this Beauty and the Beast contrast over here, you would have also successfully overcome your fears in February. So super proud of you already. For March, we have the Five of Wands. This is nice. It's like you get your zeal back, you get your enthusiasm back, you get that fighter spirit back. You do not give in to your fears anymore. Instead, by the time March comes, you guys are like, you know what? I can take on anything. I can take on anyone. I'm not going to sit and wonder. I'm going to go out there and fight. I'm going to go and prove myself. And sure as hell, in the month of March, any challenge, any obstacle that comes your way, you are the one who's going to come out victorious on the top. So if it is a competition, any competition actually, whether it's a competition at your workplace, in your business community, or elsewhere also, like a literal competition that you guys are taking part in, you will win. Because you have learned now that you're no less than anybody else. All of those self-worth issues, they've gone. And I don't think they're coming back. And that's the good thing. Now, with the Lovers and Five of Wands, I'm being told that someone you used to have very good connections with, I'm not picking up on a romantic energy over here. This feels more platonic. So kind of like an ex-friend or some relative or family member that you guys are currently not on talking terms with might resurface in March just to cause some more chaos, conflict, and drama. So don't feed that energy. You're above that. Don't give your time and attention to such people. For April, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Career-wise, you guys are thriving by the time April arrives. You're making good money. You are financially independent. You're happy. You are enjoying the fruits of your labor. You are very guilt-free. You might be one of those people, group 2, who find it very difficult to spend their own money on themselves. You have no issues buying stuff for other people, but you find it very difficult to spend your money on yourself. And if it is true, I see that energy having faded away by the time April arrives, because I see you investing in yourself, whether it is investing in your skincare or your clothes, your hair, makeup, or even like a gym membership, can be anything. But you're more guilt-free now. You finally understood the concept of letting money flow. So for May, we have the Knight of Wands. May seems to be a very came and went sort of month for you. You might not get a lot of time to rest in May, and this can be for different reasons. There can be a lot going on at the work front. Your partner is keeping you busy is also what I'm hearing. So maybe you have to go accompany them different places for their family gatherings and things like that. Sex life is definitely picked up in May. A lot. Oh, okay. So I am being told that some of you might break up with whoever it is that you're dating right now. If your relationship is going good, not then. If your relationship is a bit, iffy at the moment, by the time next year's April comes, you might decide to take a break or just separate with them forever. And then when May arrives, by this time, everybody knows that you're single, you're glowing, you're back on the market. And there are a lot of people who are trying to hit on you, trying to get your attention. Because your energy, your vibe, it's just it's super attractive. And there are people fighting to get your attention. Okay. So for June, we have the Two of Pentacles. In June, you might decide to take up another source of income. So you have your day job and it's going great. But in June, you might decide to take up something extra, some remote work or some part-time work from home, opportunities like that, just to make some more cash, just to get some more bucks in your wallet. Your responsibilities are going to increase in June as well. So in addition to your current department in your job, your manager might assign something else to you. Some other person's job responsibilities might get assigned to you for some reason. If you have your own business, I am seeing that you might introduce a new vertical in the products that you offer when June arrives. You might also find it a little bit difficult to strike a balance between your work life and your home life in June, just because of all that's been going on. For July, we have the Queen of Cups. In July, you are happy, you are content, you are satisfied. Tons of emotional satisfaction over here. You've learned how to juggle whatever this thing was that occurred in June. So now in July, you seem content, you seem relaxed. You might go on a vacation in July, maybe to some place that has a lot of water, a tropical place, a beach, all of those things are possible. You might also take a solo trip in July, or just you and your girlfriends. I'm not really seeing any energy of your partner being around. So it's definitely either a solo trip or just you and your BFFs or your sister, things like that. You've also learned to trust your emotions a hell lot by the time July comes. It's like you instantly know what is good and what isn't, or what's going to happen and what isn't, which is why also you're more relaxed now, because no matter what situation comes on the surface, you will instantly know how to take care of it or how to handle it, so you don't really bother yourself too much with what's coming next. For August, we have the Six of Wands, victory, victory, and success. I know it's basically the same thing. So in August, I see you getting very, very good rewards for all of the hard work that you've been putting in so far. You might get a promotion, you might get an increment in August. Your business might really take off in August. You might get a lot of international clients too, is what I'm being told. You are feeling so proud of yourself, and rightly so. Your family, your friends, your partner, everybody is super proud of how far you've come. Because of all of this recognition that you're getting, I'm being told that in August, you might also get an opportunity to showcase your talents elsewhere. So your company decides to send you to some international conference, or some organization, let's say, that is directly associated with whatever business community you're in, invites you to be a guest speaker or things like that. For September, we have the Page of Pentacles. So September is going to be a bit relaxed as far as your other months are concerned, so far at least. A lot of you might get pregnant in September. So if you don't want to get pregnant in 2023, you guys should take precaution in that case. Someone might make you the godparent of their child in September. And of course, you'll be super happy about it. You will focus a lot on your inner child healing also in September. So really taking the time out to reconnect with your old favorites, whether it is your old favorite TV shows, movies, songs that you used to listen to in school or college, things like that. You might also get invited to a school or college reunion in September. Of course, whether you choose to go or not is your choice. You might sponsor someone in September. You might sponsor someone's education, or you might hire an intern for yourself in September. You might, for some of you, for those of you actually who had been keeping their relationship like a little bit low-key and secret, you guys might take some baby steps towards introducing your partner to your family or friends in September, or vice versa. I mean, like on their end. For October, we have the Page of Cups. I'm being told that this is the same person who had tried to come and knock on your door once in March just to cause some chaos, and you hadn't entertained them then. The energy has definitely mellowed down by the time October approaches, and they might come and say sorry to you. They might apologize. They might own up to acting like an absolute jerk in the past and even in March. There does seem to be some sort of karmic link between you and that person. But of course, like I said, you can forgive. Whether you forget or not, it depends upon you. And honestly, it's got a lot to do with your memory as well. Someone might confess their feelings to you. Someone younger than you might take an attraction or a liking towards you in October. We've seen you being in the Queen of Cups energy, and now we have the Page of Cups over here. So this is someone who's younger than you, whom you might meet at work or because of work. And even though you're not necessarily interested in them because you're, like you've already met your match way before this, they might come forward and confess that they have feelings for you or that they have a crush on you, which I see you dismissing in a very humorous manner. You're not going to take this thing very seriously. I'm also being told that in October, you will get a chance to spend a lot of time with your family, specifically like your family and your siblings. For November, ooh, nice. We have the King of Pentacles over here. So your money situation has definitely improved by the time the year closes. Your revenue has increased, or you've got a promotion, salary increment and things like that, or your investments have taken off, especially if you invest in stock markets. It's also possible that in the month of November, the person that you'd gotten together with in February might propose to you. They might ask you to move in with them, or they might ask you to get married to them. Interesting. There's so many people vowing for your attention, but I mean, obviously the person that's meant for you, their energy is coming out the most strongly. And have you guys heard that quote? I think it's by Cher, where it's like, Mom, I'm the rich man, so I don't need to marry a rich man. That is the vibe that you're giving over here by the time November comes. That you don't need anybody to take care of you because you're that self-sufficient, according to society's standards. So that's really nice. Yeah, you've definitely come a long way. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves, guys, by the time November comes. I'm also saying that in case you had started anything new in 2023, by the time November comes, it has really, like the roots have grown, things have solidified. It's really, you guys, basically your career is just going onwards and upwards. And for December, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is interesting, from the King to the Knight. So September was a tad bit slow for you, and when the year closes, that'll also be a bit relaxed for you. Now, here's the thing. Because the workload won't be so much in December, there is a chance of this fear-based mentality getting a relapse. So do not let that happen. Do not stress too much about it. Just because things are a bit slow does not mean that anything's wrong with you. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. So whenever people who need you, basically when the need arises for your services, the right clients will come to you on your own, or the right projects will find their way to you. So you don't have to stress out too much about it. Yeah. Also, in December, I'm being told that you might want to be a little bit cautious. Actually, not a little bit. You should be extremely cautious about any investments that you make. See, in November, you got very good results, right? From whatever investments you guys made in stock markets. But then, they are subject to risk. And there is a risk of you losing out some money in December. So either don't invest at all or do very, very good research before making any investments. Now, these two cards over here are Spirit's advice or general message for you for the year of 2023. So the first message for you is the Divine Director, which says intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. You're supposed to be happy. Spirit's going to make sure that you're happy. Any events that occur in your life in 2023, which give you very good results, but they seem to have happened out of nowhere, that was all divine intervention. All those events are divinely orchestrated. In fact, the mere arrival of your divine counterpart in your life was all also happening in divine timing, which I'm sure you guys might have been hearing a lot. So your divine timing finally comes next year, I mean. And the next message for you is Master Jesus, which says forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So try to work on your relations with your father in case they're strained in 2023. Anybody who has wronged you, no matter how much they might try to win your attention back, or no matter how much they try to disturb your peace, just forgive them and get on with your life. All right. So these are the messages that I have for you, Group 2. I hope you have a fantastic year ahead. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi, Group 3. So for those of you who chose the moon, let's find out how will your 2023 be. So your card for January is Queen of Swords. Wow, you guys are starting the year quite strongly with the Queen of Swords over here. It seems like you learned a lot of lessons in 2022, Group 3. I see that you guys have perhaps unknowingly been treated as a doormat. People might have taken you for granted. People might not have been very nice to you. People might have not really given into the connection or friendship or whatever else it was as much as you did. And so maybe you take this up as your New Year's resolution that, like new year, new me. And I am not going to tolerate anybody's nonsense in the new year. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I will not tolerate anybody's bullshit. And I will not let those who've hurt me get a chance to hurt me again. That is something I'm hearing very strongly, and I think it's your higher self that's speaking right now, Group 3. You will not allow those who have hurt you in the past to hurt you again in the new year. So you are starting the year in January being very strong, being very, very resilient, and just super sure of yourselves. For those of you especially who are in the public domain, your work is related to public speaking, mass media, communication, things like that, or if you have a podcast, I see January being a very good month for you. You might confront someone also in January, someone who, let's say, left you on red or did not give you any closure. Basically, and it does not necessarily have to be romantic, of course, I just see you giving someone a piece of your mind in January. You'll be blunt. I'm not saying that you're going to be rude. Maybe you were too nice for too long and you're going to take back some of that energy. For February, lovely, the Empress. This is really nice. Group 3. By the way, with the Empress over here in February, a lot of you might get pregnant, or if you're already pregnant, depending upon, the whole gestation period, you might become mothers, you might welcome your baby in February. A lot of you might be due for delivery in February. Anyway, if you don't want to get pregnant right now, there is a very strong chance of you conceiving, so you might want to take extra precautions this month. You might start something of your own, a business of your own in February, whether full-time or part-time. Something that's very close to your heart, I'm being told. And I'm also being told that this is some talent that has been passed on to you, kind of like a generational gift, you can say. Maybe, for lack of a better example, let's say you come from a family of healers or from a family of astrologers, kind of like that. Family of artists, like I said, can be anything. And finally, you take on that responsibility now by the time February arrives. Some of you might even get married in February, especially if you've already been dating someone, because I don't see it being that quick of an affair, like you meet someone in January and get married in Feb. Okay. For March, we have death. Someone from your past. Remember what I said at the beginning? You have promised yourself in January that you will not let those who had broken you before break you again in 2023. And maybe a sort of, you can say, test is thrown your way in March, where someone from your past comes back, and it's a test by the universe to see if you stay strong or stick to your promise that you had made to yourself, or if you give in under nostalgia. But someone from the past definitely comes back, and this can be someone who, now it's too soon to say what their actual intentions are, but you can expect communication from them for sure. And I'm being told that they might act as if nothing has happened, and with all of this red over here, it can boil your blood a little bit. All right, it can rattle you, it can irritate you. How are they being so nonchalant as if nothing happened? Also, with death over here in March, you guys might finally put an end to some bad friendship or bad connection, or since you had started something of your own in February, maybe you quit your job in March, because by that time you've established yourself over here. For April, we have the King of Wands. Very, very strong energy for this group. King of Wands over here tells me that you guys are like unbeaten or a force to be reckoned with in the month of April. You will be giving precedence to your mind over your heart in April. You will be extremely passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, whether it is your job, whether it is decorating your house, I'm being told for some of you, so maybe you've decided to renovate your house a little bit in April, or whether it is your own work. I'm seeing that you're taking everything very seriously. You're not slacking. You're not taking any of these blessings that you're getting for granted. You're very sure of yourself. You're very confident of who you are and what you bring to the table. And once you have set a goal for yourself, or once you've decided what it is that you want, you just go for it, and there is no stopping you. If you're single, in April, you might jump back into the dating game as well. Also, with the Queen and the King over here, in April, someone who I'm being told is a very good match to you, someone who's like as big of a powerhouse as you, can also enter your life. Very good looking, very attractive. Okay, For May, we have you guys chose the moon, and we have the moon for you over here. Interesting. In the month of May, you can feel a bit overwhelmed. And this does not mean that suddenly your confidence has gone for a toss. No. This just means that perhaps because of any planetary transits or something, or otherwise, May seems to be a bit emotional for you. Or you take some time in May to maybe work on your mental health. You realize that because of all of this work, and grind that's been happening, you've been neglecting your mental health perhaps. So you decide to make an active effort to maybe meditate, go on a retreat, practice meditation. You might get very afraid about something also in May. I had to count in May. But I'm being told that it can just be that, like that annoying energy of the moon at times, where you feel gloomy, where you feel lethargic, you feel tired, you don't feel like leaving your bed, but it's not you, it's the moon. So like that. So in case you experience any or all of these emotions in May, know that it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's because of things that are happening in the other realms or in the space or whatever, that's not in your control. So there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm being told that especially if someone has entered your life in April, and because we've seen that you had been through things in 2022, your trust issues can get triggered and resurfaced in May once you get a bit closer to this person. Yeah, that can happen. Your trust issues can come back to the surface. But nothing to be worried about. It's just a sign that there's still some healing left to do. For June, lovely. We have the 8 of Cups. So whatever it was that would have come to the surface in May, you will work upon it, you will heal through it, and you will grow from it and go away from it in June. So if these were trust issues that popped up, you leave those trust issues behind. If it was any insecurity or self-worth issues that got triggered because of this new person, you leave those behind. I'm not seeing you leaving this person behind necessarily. It is you leaving behind your fears. It is you leaving behind all of this past nonsense. Some of you might also shift your home. Or if you hadn't quit your job, you might switch your jobs in June. Some family member of yours might also move out in June. So maybe your younger sibling moves out, goes to another city for higher education or work. For July, we have the 7 of Swords. So July tells me, this card tells me, Group 3, that in July, you guys will be extremely cautious. I'm not saying suspicious, I'm saying cautious of the people around you. Not necessarily your clients, just the people that you're dealing with, the people that you're working with. We did see that your fears got triggered, and I did say that you've moved on from them. But now that we have the 7 of Swords over here, maybe something's still amiss. Oh, okay. So no, it's not that. Scratch that. I'm being told that in July, you guys might try unnecessarily to read too hard between the lines, even though there's nothing there. So although there's no reason for suspicion, you might get suspicious. Also, okay, with 7 of Swords over here and the moon, some people around you, whether you're friends or colleagues, who do not have your best interest at heart, their identity will get revealed to you. So there are some snakes in your midst for sure, Group 3. You think they're your friends. Maybe you tell too much to them about your career goals and whatnot. Don't do that. Okay, in fact, June onwards, it'll be good if you can not talk too much to just about everyone. Maybe just your family, your best friend, your sister, or your partner, but that's it. I'm being specifically asked to tell you that definitely do not trust your colleagues, because at least one amongst them wants you out of the organization. So you have to be very careful about whom are you making friends with, whom are you talking to, whom are you revealing things to. Okay. For August, we have the Hanged Man. So August is going to be a bit of an inactive month for you. Not much happening in August, nothing too darn exciting, but August will be the month where you get, let's say, food for thought. And where has that food come from? All of that has come from this revelation that happened in July. So in August, you will be forced to do some serious thinking about who are the kind of people that you have been mistakenly inviting into your life, even though you had made all of these promises to yourself that you will set up healthy boundaries in place. How come this one individual, this one rat slipped in? I'm being told that you might go a bit hard on yourself in August, but don't do that. Be kind to yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Mistakes are always an opportunity for us to learn and to grow from. So treat it just like that. Treat it as a learning opportunity. Do not be too harsh on yourself. And don't overthink anything. And especially do not live in the past. Hangman over here also tells us that August is not the ideal month for you to make any major decisions. So if it is a career-related decision, some decision regarding your financial investments, try not to take any big decisions in August, because your mind needs rest instead of all of this scattering. And of course, you're going to have to control that. Yeah. If you have been deciding to leave your job because of this revelation, also don't. Not at least not in August. Take note. You might want to take note of that. No major changes in August. For September, we have the Tower. The first thing that I heard was karmic justice. So don't you worry. Whoever this person or people are who have tried to do you dirty, who have tried to act like your friends even though they're not, they will get justice for their wrong karma without you having to do anything about it. You do not have to worry about it at all. It'll all come back to them. With the Tower over here, the Tower tells me that September again can feel a bit intense for you. The first intensity that we picked up on was in June, and now again in September. This can be some sort of major spiritual awakening, and spiritual awakening is never spiritual growth. Basically, it's never linear. You keep on getting all of these big revelations and these intensity hits every now and then. So this just seems to be one of those incidents. I mean, the month of September. So lucid dreams and deja vus and some old mindsets of yours breaking and getting a brand new fresh perspective on things. Very jam-packed as far as your spiritual growth is concerned. So September can feel like that. But the best thing to do in situations such as this is to just take each day as it comes. Trust me, been there, done that. This is the only way that you can try to sail through it in an easy manner without it getting too difficult or too burdensome for you. Yeah. Know that whatever is crumbling because something else is going to come up in place of that, which is going to be better for you, the best for you even. And like I said, don't worry about this person or people. They will be taken care of. It's not just you who's a warrior, group 3. Your spirit guides, especially one female energy, can be an ancestor of yours, your grandma or something. They're also a warrior. And they'll take care of this person. Okay. Then for October, we have the 3 of Cups. So October is a nice time for you, a time for celebration. You might get invited to some reunion. You might get back in touch with some old, long-lost friend of yours. Some good news, definitely. Actually, more than one good news might come your way in October. Business is doing good, or let's say because, oh, interesting. So there's a reason why you're asked not to quit your job in a hurry, because some good news can come out of it in October. Maybe as a damage compensation, you are given more money, or you're given a promotion, something like that. If you had started some studies, those might get finished by the time October arrives, and you're getting your degree. You're being invited to your convocation. I see that happening over here. Your best friend might get married. That is another message that I'm hearing. Basically, many reasons to be happy, to celebrate. Things for some time had been seeming pretty heavy. Some disappointments here and there. So finally, things will start looking up again by the time October arrives. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is nice. We have the Empress and the Emperor for you. And sandwiched over here, we have the Three of Cups. Lovely. That person who had entered your life in April might propose to you in November. Actually, you might get married to them in November, and the engagement might take place in October. And if you had started, for those of you who had started something of your own in February, you were already good at it, and you'll become the best at it by the time November arrives. In November, with the energy of the Emperor, it's like you have risen above all of that drama, all of that nonsense that had been going on in these previous couple of months over here. October onwards, things definitely start looking up for you. And by the time November arrives, you are so much more calm, sorted out, stable. And somewhere this old energy over here tells me that the intention of the universe to help you grow, they're successful in it, because you've grown, you've matured, you've learned a lot, you've learned from those experiences. You had learned some experiences in 2022, which made you the Queen of Swords. And by the time 2023 finishes, you have, progressed to the energy of the Empress and Emperor. Very good balance in your masculine and feminine energies too. I was talking about balance, and for December we have Temperance. This is fantastic. By the time December approaches, those of you who are in a twin flame journey might get into a union with your twin flame, or a reunion with your twin flame by the time, in December 2023. All of the chaos, all of the drama has completely faded out, exited the scene. It's all so calm, so quiet, so peaceful, amazing, lovely way to end the year over here. Everything has been taken care of. Enemies have been taken care of. Love life is sorted. Money is sorted. Career is sorted. Reconciliations have been made with people from the past. It's all good, basically. It's like you're dipping your feet in blessings and abundance. That energy over here. Lovely, lovely energy to end the year on. You'll feel so happy. You'll feel so relaxed. And I'm being told you'll feel very proud of yourself too. That, you can say that, a textbook definition wise, yes, the year wasn't all highs. It was like highs and lows. But somehow you managed, and you managed excellently well. Okay, these are two messages for you from Spirit for 2023. Your first message is Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Oh, so we had the Tower moment for you. We also had the moon, and now we have soul expansion. So definitely, and for your spiritual growth, for your spiritual journey, 2023 is a very, very significant year for you. Some psychic ability of yours might also get unlocked in 2023 is what I'm being asked to tell you. Okay, and then we have Freya, phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are... Okay, no, that was another pile, sorry. Illusions are revealed and released. Released. We had the Eight of Cups, yes. Do not worry. Anything that ends for you in 2023 is actually a blessing in disguise, because once that thing ends, something that's new, something that's good for you can begin. And with Seven of Swords over here and illusions are revealed and released, yes, definitely those connections that are in your life but are not good for you get revealed, and you're successfully able to, those energies get released from your sphere as well. So that's really nice. Do not be scared of change in 2023, because all of those changes, all of those crumbling down and all of the new beginnings will all be for your highest good, for your expansion. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you, Group 3. I hope you have a fantastic 2023, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.